chapter 10, we talk about thermal processing. So the processing treatment that we use heat to change the food to cause some changes in a way that we want them to occur. So there is a chapter I already post on YouTube. It's chapter 3 about heat treatment, but it's in Vietnamese. Okay, so this chapter is like basic about heat treatment for all the instrument, calculation, and all the theory and so on. So if you want to have the background again, you watch again chapter 3. It's called Food Engineering 2. That's the name of the course. So here in this course, we do thermal processing. It's just like basic application aspects in meat processing that we need to focus on. So the chapter is not very long. So in this chapter, we do two parts. We talk about cooking and then canning. Cooking is like a heat treatment which is similar with pasteurization. Canning is a process to make canned products and is more or less like sterilization. So we can go further. Some introduction first. Almost all meat products are cooked either by manufacturer or by the consumer who buy the product and cook at home, or sometimes by both. The manufacturer pre-cook and at home the consumer cook again before consumption. But there are also some exceptions that meat products are not cooked before eating. Okay, for example, the hams that we will discuss in chapter 15, dry fermented sausage, which is not cooked. For example, in Vietnamese, we have a very well-known traditional meat product. We call it nem chua. And this product is made by fermentation, lactic acid fermentation. After a number of days, it is ready to eat without the need of cooking. And also dry meat products, then they are normally processed without cooking and then we can eat. But in Vietnam, normally we make this, we cook. We make, for example, bò khô bò, okay? So this one, then we normally fry a little bit or cook a little bit before drying. But in other country, dry beef is processed without cooking. And then some underdone part of steak as well. That's not really cooked before eating. If you go into a restaurant and you order steak and they would ask you if you want to have rare cook or you want to have medium cook or well done, well cooked. They will ask you like that. So if you agree with the rare cook, then normally it's actually only the surface is a little bit cooked, but inside the steak is still very fresh. When you use a knife to cut it, you see even the blood is coming out, very like red like blood. So if the raw quality of meat is good enough, the number of microorganisms is low, it is safe for consuming for consumption like this. What are the advantages of cooking? So we have primary advantages, are what we really aim for when we do cooking, but there are also secondary advantages. So first, the primary, the main one of cooking is to destroy harmful bacteria, to destroy parasites, and to improve the stability of the product. Harmful bacteria mean pathogens, okay? And then cooking will improve palatability. The meat become more tender, like softer to eat. There is also development of flavor, aroma, and color, which make the meat more appealing, attracting to eat. Okay, these are the main objectives. There are also secondary effects. The comminuted and fabricated product will bind together on heating. Comminuted means after grinding, for example, or after chopping. And then we cook, and then the protein will denature, and then we form a gel, we link together, we hold the water, we hold the fat, everything inside. And then cooking will fix the color. This is we talk about nitrite. Okay? The function of color development with nitrite upon cooking that we discussed already in chapter 7. When we do cooking, we also have effects on nutritional value. Proteins are normally denatured by heating. The denaturation of protein has little detrimental effects, mean not a lot of negative effect on nutritional value. Especially actually human are like more used to eating cooked product, cooked meat, mean denatured proteins already. However, if we do overcooking, it's more than enough. We may reduce some content of lysine. Lysine is an essential amino acid. We can call it lysine or lysine. This is amino acids that we may lose a little bit if we do overcooking. In sterilization, for example, you lose some amount of this amino acid. And vitamins and mineral, when we do cooking, we will reduce a certain amount of heat sensitive vitamins like vitamin B, which is sensitive to heat in meat. We may lose some. This is the image which summarizes for us quite a lot of information on cooking medium. What's the media that we use to transfer the heat to the products, cooking medium. And then as you summarize cooking temperature, what can be the physical and chemical changes which occur in meat and meat products, and what can be the changes in terms of microorganisms, which reveal for us a lot of things. So when we look at this, what do we see? The left side, which is a range of temperature, and here's are the cooking media. So we have air. We can use air to cook. This one, metal to transfer the heat to product. We can use oil to cook. Cooking is just general term. It can be similar to pasteurization, but it can be any kind of heat treatment. Okay? Like when it's used as a general term, baking can be also considered cooking. Frying can be also considered cooking, something like that. So here we have the air at the medium, metal at the medium, the oil at the medium, and water at the medium to, to do the heat treatment of the meat and meat products. If we use air, we can cook the product in this range of temperature from around 65 to almost to 200, for example. For example, this air is used in an oven, a baking oven. The temperature can be high, significantly higher than 100 degrees C. Metal, for example, if you see kebab, there are several places which sell kebab in this city, and you see that they will just slice the meat here and to put on a hot metal plate that can keep the product hot, something like that. And then oil, when we use oil to cook, then this is more in frying. Normally when we use oil or metal, the range of temperature is high, above 140 up to 200 degrees C. If we use water at the medium to cook, if it's normal pressure, then we cook at around 100 degrees C and below. Okay, but if you want to use water at higher than 100 degrees C, so we have to work with high pressure, higher than atmospheric pressure. This we already study a lot. And then what do you see? So at this range of temperature from around 40 to 65, then the food will taste hot. So if you prefer to eat hot food, then the food should be in this range of temperature. If it's above 70, then it's too hot. And when you eat this food, you already cook your tongue, and you eat, never know you eat some protein of your tongues. You denature protein of your tongue already if the temperature is too high. So these are the normal range for the food to taste hot, which is suitable to eat. And if you look here for the steaks, if it's rare cooked steaks, the temperature is also around 60, medium here, and well done here. Even you go into a European restaurant and you order well done steaks, you are not used to this food, you cannot eat. Okay, it's well cooked, but normally the steak is very thick, it's not thin like in Vietnam. And if you order even well done, it's only the surface is cooked, in the middle is still very fresh. Right, and then we look at the physical and chemical changes which occur upon cooking heat treatment. At around 40 degrees C, the animal fats will melt. Then here, around 40 to 70, the sarcoplasmic protein denature. Sarcoplasmic protein is the protein which are soluble in sarcoplasm, in the fluid inside the muscle, if you remember in chapter 2. And the temperature a bit higher to range of 70 to 80, then the myofibrillar protein denature. Myofibrillar protein include myosin and actin. So we talk a lot about this already. So here you just remember that myofibrillar proteins are less sensitive to heat to be denatured compared to sarcoplasmic protein. Normally, soluble proteins are more sensitive to heat. Right, and here for the collagen in the skin, for example, at this range of temperature, the collagen will shrink. So if you put the skin of pork, for example, a pig, for example, at this range temperature, the skin even become tougher to eat. It's not softened. If you want to soften the skin, you have to heat up, you have to cook at this range of temperature, almost 100, below or above 100. Then the skin will become uh, softer and softer, and after a period of time of cooking, we can eat, we can chew easily. And the myoglobin will denature at this range of temperature. Myoglobin, the protein in the blood. At this range of temperature, you have non-enzymatic browning reaction. So you have Maillard reaction and caramelization reaction. Caramelization is like kind of breakdown of sugars. Maillard reaction is between reducing sugar and amino acids. Both of these reactions need high temperature to occur, especially when you do frying, when you do baking. Then at high temperature, then you may have this reaction, and then product become darker and darker. And in terms of microbiological changes, what do we see? If the temperature from 7 to 63, then this is the danger zone, the critical zone that microorganism can grow. So we should avoid this range. Okay? But if you heat up the product above 60 to 100, so this range of temperature is similar like pasteurization. You destroy microorganisms, but you only destroy living cells. Okay? Vegetative cell. Vegetative means living cell of microorganism. You cannot destroy spores. But when we go cooking or heating above 100, then we can also destroy the spore of bacteria, for example. Okay, so good. This image is actually very nice, which can review a lot of informations that you can use this to talk to your parents even. And this table will summarize the cooking methods and their temperature, heat transfer, and so on. You just read for yourself.